professionals, and different part
will
of
now be
this
recorded.
country. It is an initiative to bring together people related to HR on one platform. Our vision is to be the leading HR community focused on learning and development of HR fraternity, and our mission is to bring together HR leaders, academics, and trusted on a common platform to keenly learn and exchange knowledge so that members can achieve their potential, drive organizational performance, and advance our profession. And that's true. Forum is doing various activities like HR Kitly, bi-monthly meeting, annual events, social offsites, etc. HR Milestone Forum is having presence in almost all digital platforms, and those who are new to us, I would like to urge you all to visit our website and connect with our Telegram channel and get yourself registered. Training is one of the areas where HR Milestone Forum is way ahead every time. And this time, as everyone is at their home, we started virtual grooming and knowledge enhancement series. And today we have 20th session of that series. The title of the session today says in pursuit of excellence, unleashing the potential, which is going to address by one of the my favorite, well-known international speaker, motivator, and trainer, Mr. Nikhil Desai, a powerful presenter with an energetic speaking style. Nikhil inspires and motivates his participants to produce lasting change. More than a quarter million people have benefited from his presentations in 56 cities of this planet in the last 27 years. And I'm sure that today's program will make long lasting impact in everybody's life who is attending this session today. Without taking much time, let us welcome Mr. Nikhil, and I request him to uplift this session from now on. Over to you, Mr. Nikhil Desai.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I know I would request everybody's videos and the audios to be off. So whatever we do from your side will all be on the chat from now. Is that okay with everyone? Yes? Awesome. Fantastic. So we're going to have a great hour together. And the topic is so important today that all of us want to unleash our potential. And in the process of unleashing our potential, we want to help unleash the potential of our organization. Now, we are going through a pandemic right now, and I would like some honest answers from you before we start the session. How are you feeling right now? Going through this particular era of coronavirus, COVID-19, I want in one or two words your feeling or your thoughts, what's going on in your mind right now. Put it in the chat box in just 1, 2, or 3 words maximum. 1, 2, 3 words. Go ahead. Start. What's going through your mind? Yes, feeling good. Aparna says very good because she's getting some time to really introspect and look relaxed. Okay, awesome, fine, good answers. Somebody else, how are you feeling right now? I mean, I'm not talking just at the session, sparing time with the family. Just want to utilize this time a lot, enjoy. Time to new start. Very good, Gansham. I'm going to talk about that at the end of my session. And I'm going to give you an acronym which means a lot. Mixed feelings. I like that. Yeah. Mixed feelings. That's true because it's not always just everything gung-ho. Maybe a new beginning. Not sure. Learning. Absolutely. I'm going to talk about that also. Yeah, Renaissance, time to learn more, Jayant. I could not agree with that. Enjoying with the family for the first time to develop, right? Introspection, Vivek, and I'm going to talk about that. It's turning point. Absolutely. It's going to be a big turning point for everybody. There will be a time, something new to start, change. All your answers are absolutely right. Let's take advantage by new learning, Mukesh says, and I completely agree. So, I am going to today give you a formula to start this session. And I believe that if you follow that formula, everything that you've talked about in this chat earlier will become easier to implement and will become part of your life. And that formula is what I call, what I have personally created, what I call the HILT formula. HILT. What do you what do you think HILT, not D, HILT? Each letter means something. It's an acronym I've created. What do you think H stands for? What do you think H stands for? Go ahead, just write whatever you think H stands for in this important formula that is going to help you unleash your potential. H. Go ahead, full people. Somebody said HR. Somebody said health. Somebody said happiness. Absolutely right. All are good. Human. Yes, absolutely. What else does H stand for? And then I'm going to pick one that I believe is very important and work on, talk about that a little more, right? Health. So we've got various answers, and I'd like to pin it down to health. Very important, my friends, because if it is good health, it will lead to happiness, it will lead to a good HR, it will lead to everything. So my first letter H is for health. Now I want to ask you, what is your definition of health? Quickly in your chat box write what is your 1 2 3 word whatever definition of health, because if we want to do something, improve it, we must know what it means. So I want to see if you can really capture my definition of health, and I'll see what you are saying. So few words from you. What's your definition of health? Go ahead. I'm looking forward to the chat. What's your definition of health? Mentally happy. Somebody said physically and emotional, fit to do, wealth, physical, mental, emotional balance. Health is wealth. Okay. Yeah. What else? To be happy, body and mind balance. You know, Dandeep said health is wealth. And I want to ask you, if you agree to that statement, health is wealth, please put A in the chat box. A for agree. I agree that health is wealth. Put a in the chat box. If you agree, A. And now, what if I tell you, my friends, I don't agree that health is wealth? What if I say I don't agree health is wealth? Because now you'll agree with me, health is more important than wealth. If you agree with that, put a AG. Health is not equal to wealth. Health is more important than wealth. Put a AG in the chat box if you agree to my statement, right? AG, agree, right? Agree to my statement, not the original statement that health is equal to wealth. Now, all this time before Corona happened, we always lived our life as if health was not as important, wealth was more important. This is the time to look at. This is the time we've got time. We don't have to go to the gym for good health. You can do yoga, you can do pranayam, you can do mat exercises, you can do power walk, you can run running on the spot, and you can create those endorphins that make you start feeling good. I want to ask you another question. How many of you regularly exercise? In the before Corona also, put a EX. You regularly exercise. Regularly. Put a EX. I exercise. Put, go ahead. EX. Go ahead. Good. Now, how many of you do not regularly exercise before Corona? Put a DEX. I do not exercise regularly. Put a DEX. DEX. Do not exercise. Do not exercise. Absolutely. And I like the honesty with which so many people are answering this question, that I do not exercise. You know, my friends, John F. Kennedy had said, the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining, not when it is raining, not when it is pouring. And my request to you, now is the time when your health is relatively good. Corona time, lockdown has given us the time to put in some more time and energy and make sure you develop a good exercise routine. But health is much more than physical exercise. You have given many definitions of health. I'm going to give you my definition of health, which I have personally created. And it says, health is a jubilant feeling of well being. Not just a feeling of well being, a jubilant feeling of well being. That means at a higher level, at the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual levels. Now, I'm sure if you look at all the five, all of us are weak in at least one of these five areas. If you agree with me, put a Y. Yes, I'm weak in at least one of the five areas. I repeat, physically, I have some ache and pain. Mentally, I can't focus on, attention span is not very good. Emotionally, I get angry faster than I'd like to. Socially, I have at least one person or more people in my life with whom I don't get along well. And if they come, they disturb my energy. Spirituality, we don't live in the present tense, but we live tense in the present. If you agree with it, put a Y. And now you know that this is the time, so many whys, this is the time where you can start making changes in whichever is the weak area of your life. Whatever it is. If it's physical fitness, do it that. Mental, do that. I'll repeat upon all the 5 factors. Physical, a jubilant feeling of well-being at the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual levels. And remember, spirituality has nothing to do with religion. Okay? So 5 levels. I hope you got it, Aparna. Yes, you got it? All 5? Okay. So let's move on. Mental. Physical, I told you, fitness, aches and pains in our body, we manage. Mental. If you feel that your attention spans are not very good, there are so many things that you can do. Practice a simple pranayam called Brahmari. Okay? I want you actually, I don't want mine to be just a lecture. So I want all of you to actually practice Brahmari Pranayam with me right now 5 times. Okay? So take your elbows out. You can see me, right? Breathe in and breathe out. When you make a go out, you'll do a humming bee sound. Okay? And 5 times you'll do that, and then you'll follow my instructions. So plug your ears when you do the Brahmari Pranayam. Everybody can understand. And please start breathing in. Breathing in. When you finish 5 times, please close your eyes. Keep your hands on your thighs. Please switch off your audio. Whoever audio is on, please switch it off. Please switch off the audio. And completely silent and still, no movement of the body, no movement of the mind, completely silent and still. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Open your eyes. If you felt good after this Brahmari, put a FG, which is felt good. Just write FG in the chat box. If you felt good. If you felt good, FG. Awesome. Awesome. Very good. There was an ad many years ago which said, have a Kit Kat break. Have a Kit Kat break. When you have too many Kit Kats, who benefits? Your dentist. Who benefits? Some other doctor because you eat too many Kit Kats. Have a Brahmari break, my friends, 3 times a day. Once, as soon as you get up in the morning, your day will be better. Once before you go to sleep at night, your sleep quality will be better. And once, anytime in the day, you're a little mentally tired, do that. And you will find that you will be able to focus on the difficult task at hand. Emotional. How many of us get angry faster than we would like to? Put a A in the chat box. A for anger. Put a A. I'd get angry more than I would like to, faster than I'd like to. I know it's not good for me, but somehow, the anger becomes bigger than me. I like your honest answers. And therefore, my friends, always remember, anger does more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Anger does more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. So if you don't manage your anger, it will eat you away and you will lose a lot of energy emotionally. The next is spirituality. How many of you have at least one person, if not many people in your life, who, if they come in front of you, you feel disturbed, least, you feel angry, you feel upset? How many of you have at least one person? Put a S. That I have socially, I'm not very good. I have one person whom I don't get along well with. If that person comes, even if I think of that person, I feel very uncomfortable. And that takes away my energy, that takes away my health. Very good, honest answers. I love the honesty. My question to all of you is, what is the opposite of love? Please write it in the chat box. What's the opposite of love? What's the opposite of love? What's the opposite of love? Write it in the chat box. Hate. Zankna says, Dandeep says, hate, right? So many people have various answers. Most people are writing hate, but the real answer is what somebody wrote. The opposite of love is not love. It is not hate. My request to all of you to release your maximum energy is to get rid of people. Don't think I hate anybody in this world. Maybe I don't love, I'm not God, I'm not perfect, but I will not hate anybody in this world, because hating them, whether it impacts them or not, it definitely impacts my energy. If you agree with this, put an A in the chat box, that hating anybody means I lose energy. Whether the other person loses or not, I don't know. But I want to stop the leakage of energy. And therefore, socially, the least I will do is just be neutral to people, not get upset and annoyed. And the last thing is spirituality. Nikita, you're not getting the point properly. It means many people said that I hate people. I hate at least one person. I'm saying don't hate anybody in your life. I'm not saying go and love that person. You don't, that person has done something wrong to you. You can't forgive, you can't forget. All right, okay. But just bring them to a neutral path. If they walk in front of you, you can just say hi, hello if you have to, wave out, but don't feel upset, irritated, and hatred in your life. Okay, next is spirituality. What is your definition of spirituality? Who is a spiritual person? Who is a spiritual person? Write in your thing. What is spirituality? Who is a spiritual person? Write in your chat box. Who do you think? What is spirituality, or who is a spiritual person? Write it in the chat box. God? Okay, I'm talking about a person. Who's spiritual? Who is spiritual? Is it a person who's religious? No. Religious people may not be spiritual. Belief in God? Maybe. To know self in better manner? Yes. Connecting to yourself? Yes. Who else is a spiritual person? And what is spirituality? Connecting to peace, faith, who doesn't harm anyone, person with kindness, a leader. Well, not all leaders are spiritual, but that's all right. Believe in yourself. Voice is breaking. I really can't do anything. I am on full volume. If other people can listen to me properly, put a Y just now in the chat box. Put a Y, that my voice is clear. Please put a Y. See, I'm getting a lot of Ys, my friends. So whoever's not able to listen, maybe there's a problem at your end and I can't do anything about that. Okay. So if one or two people have said some problem, I can't do. But 50 odd people have put in Ys. All right. So spiritual person is a person who lives in the present tense. Many of us, instead of living in the present tense, we live tense in the present. If you agree with what I said, instead of living in the present tense, we live tense in the present. Put a AG in the chat box. I agree with this statement, that I'm tense in the present instead of living in the present tense. Rajiv says, wow, I agree with you, my friend. This is a wow statement. Kansham, instead of living in the present tense, you keep living tense in the present. Instead of getting a lot of energy, you're leaking energy because of tension, restless, worry, all the time about things that have happened, things that will happen, things that have not happened. Worry and guilt is the biggest loss of energy, my friends. We worry about the future and we have guilt about the past. Let go of all that. Live in the present tense. Sweetie, you put it beautifully. You said joy is now. And you reverse now, sweetie, what do you get? Now when you reverse, you get WON, which is one. So people who win in life, people who win in life are people who live in the now, in the present moment. And that is very important. So my friends, I told you the most out of the HILT formula, the first I'm taking maximum time on health because this is the foundation. After H, it comes to I, which stands for introspection. Corona is the best time to introspect in your life. We never had time to introspect. We never had to time to check what is it that was doing well, what is it I need to change. And I want all of you, my friends, to remember that you have two S's and two C's to consider in this Corona time. The first S is what should you start introspect, what should you stop doing in your life? What is it personally and professionally it's not working, it's not good? What do you want to stop? The second is, now that you've stopped some things, you have more time. What is it that you want to start? What are the good things in your life that you want to start doing now, which will help you in your personal life, in your professional life? The third is C. C is what will you continue doing that is already working well? And finally, what will you complete, which you had started, which will make you personally and professionally a better person? Everybody got it? Two S's, two C's. Stop, start, continue, and complete. These are questions you have to ask yourself on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Maximum once a month, you must ask these four simple questions on a Sunday morning when you get up, and you will start seeing introspection happens, and you start living life by design, not by default. Too many of us have been living life by default. From now, every month minimum, you will start living life by choice, by design. You will be the designer of your life if you ask SSCC regularly. L stands for learning. This is the best time to learn. Today we are interacting only because of Corona. We may not have interacted otherwise. I myself had done my MBA from USA, but that's a small degree. I've given myself a bigger degree, and that degree is LLL. And you know what that LLL means? Lifelong learner. I keep learning every day. Every interaction, I do 4 or 5 webinars every day. Thousands of people have attended from all over the world in the last 20 days. And therefore, I keep learning from every interaction, every chat. I get some ideas, some thoughts, some knowledge. Can we be ready to learn? Because the learned live in the world of yesterday. The learners live in the world of tomorrow. People who think they know everything, they are living in the dead world of yesterday. It's the learned, the learners, the people who want to learn, they are living in tomorrow's world. And that is the exciting world. Do you want to live in the world of yesterday or in the world of tomorrow? If you want to live in the world of yesterday, write Y. If you want to live in the world of tomorrow, write T in the chat box. Y means you know everything, no more, nothing much to learn. And T means you live in the world of tomorrow. You want to learn, you want to prepare yourself for the tomorrow, and therefore enjoy this beautiful gift of life. In fact, from T, I'm going to ask you one more thing, and that is for the first time after 27 years, there are two flagship programs that I run worldwide, physically been running them worldwide. And from the month of March, I've started offering them train the trainer programs on these two programs so that anybody in the world can online, teach them online to deliver it worldwide to any audience. One is called In Pursuit of Excellence, what you're attending now. But then I'm just now speaking without a PPT, without a manual. When you attend the Train the Trainer program, all those people who have attended, they get a TTT, they get a manual, so they can use it to whatever people they want. The second is Achieving Excellence Through Stress Management. Very important. Stress levels are rising worldwide. I've trained the US Coast Guard on that. I go regularly. Used to fly by helicopter to the Indian Ocean. In the oil rigs, do the program. But for corporates all over the world, including in India, I do this. Two of these programs I'm going to offer. I've already started offering since March. If you would be interested in attending a Train the Trainer program on these two topics, one or both the topics, please write a TTT in the chat box so I know that these are the people who would like to attend, where I would give you all the content. You know how to, you can deliver it, and you can deliver it to any audience. If you're working in a company, you can deliver it to your own company people. If you are not working in a company, you can deliver it to society. You can deliver it to an educational institution. You can deliver it to Rotaries, Lions. You can deliver it wherever you want. And even if you don't deliver it initially, the learnings are yours, because those learnings will be an investment for the rest of your life. Because you learned. Every time you want to teach somebody, you have to learn first. And that is where the power lies. So I'm going to put my number here. All those who want to learn, right? You ping me on WhatsApp and I will send you the details. When you want to learn doesn't matter. It may be now if you have time, you want to learn it 1 month later. But if you want the information so that you can in turn go ahead and teach, and I teach you how the way I deliver it worldwide. If you Google Nikhil Desai, I'm first on Google. You'll find my profile. If you see my YouTube video, whatever. So this is the number. Those of you who want to, you will ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, we move on. Learning. Last is transformation. So if we move from health to introspection to learning, if we do all those three things, transformation will happen, not change. Change is small, transformation is big. An idea can change your life, you've heard that. But transformation means that you will live life at a totally different level altogether, because you are now laying a solid foundation of HILT. If you agree with me, put a AG in the chat box before I move. HILT will help you transform your life if you start working. And if you especially start also attending the trainer, because then you'll have all the material to transform your life and transform other people's lives. And my greatest benefit in my work is that I keep on transforming my life as I transform the life of others. Good. So, what is the next thing that we need to do? We need to make sure that we start to make the best use of our time. We start remembering one little share, and then I'll give you the new start. जिंदगी खूबसूरत है, जिंदगी खूबसूरत है, हमें जीना नहीं आया. जिंदगी खूबसूरत है, हमें जीना नहीं आया. नशा हर चीज में है, हमें पीना नहीं आया. Superb, Kansham says. क्या बात है, Vaishali says. Amazing, Vaibhavi says. वाह साहब वाह, क्या बात, क्या बात, क्या बात. Must, wow. Why am I waiting and saying and reading these aloud? Get this one line. जिंदगी खूबसूरत है, हमें जीना नहीं आया. नशा हर चीज में है, हमें पीना नहीं आया. और अगर ये पीना आ जाए, ये नशा आ जाए, तो life is made. We have only one life. Live it king size. I have created my own acronym for life, LIFE. Living in fulfillment and enjoyment. Living in fulfillment and enjoyment. Fulfillment in our professional work and enjoyment in our personal life. This is the best time we have for work-life balance. Before this, we never had. Every time work and balance of life was not there. Corona has taught us. And now some part of work from home, all these will become part of your lives, and you will realize, but you have to be aware. and you have to make it. So to make that happen, I'm going to give you a new start formula today for a new start after Nikhil Desai's session. New start after Nikhil Desai's session. And what is that? I want you to quickly guess. N. N is an acronym. What do you think N stands for? What does N stand for? Tell me, what does N stand for? Anybody? What does N stand for? Go ahead. New start. Nutrition. Very good. Nutrition. Remember, my friends, your body is not a garbage can. You are not there to put junk by eating junk food in your body. Be a little more conscious of what goes inside your body from today. E. What does E stand for? What do you think E stands for? Come on, put something in the chat box. What does E stand for? To make a new start. Energy. Energy. How will you get more energy? Exercise. Those who are not exercising, please start exercising from tomorrow. Yes, Anu, enjoy will happen. It will happen if you follow the new start. Elevating of self will happen if you follow the new start. So exercise. 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day. What does W stand for? What does W stand for? Lovely, water. Drink enough water. Even Corona, moist your throat regularly. Nothing harm in that. Make sure you get your enough water all the time. What does S stand for? What does S stand for? What does S stand for? Spirit. What else? Start. What else? Smile. Absolutely, Dandeep. Smile. Smile more often, laugh more often in life. We are not smiling enough. We are not laughing enough. Some people, when I tell them to laugh, they say, my God, if I laugh, my family will think I'm got crazy. Somebody will think if my family is okay, then my neighbors will think I'm crazy. I can't laugh in the office because you know what, I have customers and other fellow colleagues. So I've created one laughter which I call silent laughter. And all of us can laugh silently in one room every morning, which is called the bathroom. When you go for your bath, you can just laugh silently, even if you don't want anybody in the house to know in case somebody in the house has a problem with your laughter. So I want all of us 5 times with me, do the laughter and follow my instructions after that. We are not going to do the loud laughter. We will just do a silent laughter, but we'll do it energetically. Everybody breathe in. Come on, breathe in and laugh. This was a trial round. Remember, you're not making a sound. You're laughing silently. Now 5 rounds after this. Breathe in. That's round one. Two. Two. Three. Four. Last. Now keep your left hand on your chest. Close your eyes and observe your breathing. You're feeling good. And remember, people who feel good about themselves produce good results in their lives. So get in touch with this feeling regularly. Smile more often, laugh more often. Be sincere in life, never be serious in life. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're feeling great after laughter, put a GR in the chat box. GR for great. If you're feeling great, put GR in the chat box. Put GR. Definitely great. 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 And great. And great. And great. And great. Awesome. If you're all feeling great, should we not do this regularly? Just like we eat our food, this is one activity Takes hardly 2 to 3 minutes of your time. If you're worried that somebody will laugh at you, go in your bathroom and do it. But do it. This produces endorphins in your body. S stands for smile and laughter. T stands for time management. Manage your time better. Caterpillar in Singapore spent 26 lakhs of rupees on my 1 day time management program. They call people from 7 countries: USA, UK, China. This is, of course, before Corona. Why? Because they find value. Time is equal to life. You cannot waste time. You cannot waste your life. I have a program which I offer, which is called Mastering Time Management. And I'm going to be next Sunday just doing this with a very small group, maybe 10 people who have requested me for a 1 hour session. They say, whatever you want to charge us, I don't mind. But I want Nikhil Desai, we want, and I have not had time to do it. Somebody's after me. I may do it. If you're interested in a Mastering Time Management program by me, 1 hour webinar next Sunday or Saturday, please ping me on WhatsApp and write MTM on the chat box. Write MTM, Mastering Time Management. Write MTM on the chat box if you're interested. You don't have to attend, okay? You don't have to attend. But if you think you want to do it, Nikhil Desai, then I may do it, because most of the time I'm doing large events like 100+ people at a time. This is going to be only for the people who are genuinely interested in this topic. You have to ping me and I'll give you the details. What will be the time and date? If you have a preferred time on Saturday, send your preferred time also, first half of the day, second half of the day, and I'll try to adjust to some people that time of the day. But I'm not going to do this often. Next Saturday is 99% I will do it. So make sure that you don't miss the opportunity. We go next, and that is A, stands for attitude. Make sure your attitude to life is powerful. Attitude determines your altitude. How high you go in life is not determined by your current circumstances, but by your attitude to life. And therefore, make sure that you have that powerful. R stands for rest and recreation. Rest is good sleep. How many of us have sometimes a little disturbed sleep, not as good sleep as we would like it to be? Write S in the chat box, that your sleep is not as good as you would like it to be. And if you don't sleep well, you cannot perform next day to your 100%. You cannot unleash your potential. So very important to manage sleep better. And if your time is managed well, again, that helps in sleep also, because then you don't have all the stress of things that are not done. T finally stands for, R also stands for recreation. And recreation is not watching TV. Recreation means recreating yourself in some way or the other, transforming yourself. That is recreation. Re-creation, 2 words, the hyphen in between. It is not TV. Most people think TV, just enjoy. TV, how much? Half an hour, 1 hour. After that, you'll get bored of TV if you're a person who is a learner in life. And last T stands for trust. Trust in God. Trust in some superpower. Some trust in Mother Nature. Trust in something that is bigger than us, who we don't know why Corona has occurred. What will it happen because of it? We don't know. Just leave it. When you don't have all the answers to some questions in life, yes, trust in yourself also, Jayant. Aparna, yes, trust in yourself. But beyond that, when the trust in yourself also becomes weak sometimes, then trust something is there which we cannot fathom. Why a virus that is 1,000th of a millimeter has shaken the whole world? We don't know why it has happened. Hopefully, it is for some good reason that it will happen. If you think that the New Start formula was very useful for you, put a VU in the chat box. Very useful, VU. When you write it, that formula becomes part of your life, my friends. Why I make you write things? I could easily keep giving a lecture, but if your mind is not involved, with your writing a little bit keywords, then you will lose some of the learnings. And I don't want you to lose. I want you to remember and then make it part of your life. Because knowledge is knowing what to do, but wisdom is doing what you know. And it is people like me who have taken on this mantle of making people wiser by making sure, if you look at my profile on maybe on my page, you will see it says a person who produces lasting change. That's my aim, not just small change. Some changes which will become lasting and part of your life. So we are at 1950. I'm glad all of you loved the session. I'm going to use the next 5-10 minutes. We have to close at 8. We have 10 more minutes. I'm happy to take any question that you have, which you put in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer them. For those of you who came in late, let me before that I forget, because they may not have seen the chat box, right? I'm going to put my number, especially because people will want more. And if you want more information on the Train the Trainer program, which will change your life and the life,
This
so make
conference
sure
will now be recorded.
your soft skills. Okay, yes, I'll do. Thank you. Welcome, Brenda. So,
This
yes,
conference will now be recorded.
Most of us feel that our SQ is always at an all-time low, but post your session, I think we will regain our SQ if nothing else. Thank you so much for that.
very good. Excellent. Welcome. Most welcome. Thank you. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock. I think
Thank you.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So,
All the best.
with the experience of this, we'll be moving to Zoom again because in 3 sessions we could not.